Beware the 320 touch running back in 2023 fantasy football. This is the Fantasy Sports Boss. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. So an examination was done by somebody in the industry a number of years ago, taking a closer look at running backs who touched the ball 370 times in a season, combining, carries and receptions. And then, studied the effects the following season in terms of whether they got injured or whether the numbers went the wrong way. And going back to 2000, the year 2000, all the way up to present time, almost every single case where a running back touched the ball 370 times a season, which is an extreme number, the same player has gone bust, for lack of a better term, the next season. Bust meaning to various degrees, whether they got hurt or whether their numbers went down production wise. But the bottom line is, a running back who touches the ball that amount of times often, and I've said this before, often bounces the next season. That's a horse racing term. When a horse runs a career best start, usually the next time they race, they bounce. Their performance isn't as good. And that's what we see almost every single time at running back, unless your name is Eric Dickerson, because Eric Dickerson was really the only one who was able to buck this trend going back years and years ago. Two running backs this season meet that threshold that we really have to be worried about. And both of them make sense in terms of fades for me. And I've already been on record for different reasons about fading these guys. The first one is Josh Jacobs. So Josh Jacobs touched the ball 393 times last season. He carried it 340 times and he caught 53 passes. Now, for a guy who was ultra productive, was a fantasy football MVP candidate last season, he's dropping into the second round because the community really sees trouble here. Not only with the touches, but with the contract dispute with the team. He may hold out. He may hold out into the season. He may shut it down early. And also with just the ineptitude of this offense with Jimmy Garoppolo, our quarterback, on paper, it just doesn't look good. So Josh Jacobs, you're buying high on him. Even if you take him in the second round, you're buying high on Jacobs. I get it. It's a little bit less risky at that juncture as opposed to a first round pick. But he's going to have trouble this year. That's just an insane amount of touches for a guy who was always injured previously. He played 15 games in 21, 15 games in 2020. So he gets nicked up. He misses time. And let's face it, down the stretch, the second half of last season, I'll give him credit because he was looking to cash in as a free agent. He was nicked up a lot. He was hurt. He played through injury. And the thanks he got was getting franchise tagged. The other player now is Derrick Henry. So Derrick Henry, 382 touches last season, 349 carries, 33 catches. Now, here's the irony with Derrick Henry. 2020, he hit this threshold again. What happened the next season in 2021? He played in only 8 games, all right? He got hurt. So either you get hurt because the body just can't bounce back the next season, or the numbers go in the wrong direction. So Henry's already done this and had a bad season the following year. And now at the age of 29, all this mileage that's already on him, he's even more risky this season than ever before. So make sure you avoid these two guys in drafts. All right, guys, podcast going up later on today. Look for that. Football Friday live stream going on today. Look for that. A lot of stuff going on. So hit that subscribe button. We will chat soon.